What's up, boys and girls? This is your boy Curtis Miso coming in hot with another video. The Pack Addicts channel has been a little bit dormant for a while, and the reason being that we haven't ripped any product for several months. We haven't been ripping basketball. The cost to rip hasn't made much sense, given what we view as a relatively mediocre rookie class. At the high end across the board, it's got some decent mid-level talent. LaMelo and Anthony Edwards are interesting at the top, but not like a Zion and Ja type class. And given where box prices were, it just didn't make a ton of sense to rip, although box prices have clearly come down significantly with Prism basketball, the top end product coming out at $2,000 a box, debuting at $2,000 a box. Now those are going on eBay for about 50% of that, a little over $1,000 a box. So you have seen prices come down. Still not that interesting for us. The football class, on the other hand, this year looks extremely interesting. So we're going to be ripping a ton of football, starting with Origins coming out should be in a couple days here. So we're going to be ripping a bunch of that on the channel. We're going to be coming back with a vengeance with 2021 football. In the meantime, we haven't been doing nothing. We've been buying a lot of singles, putting a ton of money into singles, especially with card values coming down significantly. We've been trying to pick up some values. In the back here, I've just got a couple cards that I've either pulled or purchased online that I'm looking to offload. I love Luka, but I've pulled some bigger ones over the past year or so, and so this is one that I'm looking to sell, and so I'm willing to sell these around eBay comps. So feel free to reach out, DM us at PackAddictsNW on Insta or in the comments if you're interested in any of those cards in the back. In the meantime, I'm going to go through, provide some investment advice, and show you some players that we're investing in. I'm a investment professional by trade, and so I love to, although cards, it's pure speculation, I love to think about it from an investment standpoint. So I'll give you some idea of what we've been buying lately. The first card that I bought post the dip over the past few months is this Russell Wilson iconic Topps Chrome stands in the background 2012 rookie card. Gem Mint 10 PSA, very solid card. I've been after this for a while. These had peaked. These were well into the four figures during his MVP-like run last year. They dipped significantly, especially in the offseason. People stopped paying attention to football. That's when I get real excited. I grabbed this. It was a steal. I bought it in July 19th for $550, which is just ridiculous for a PSA 10 of a top 5 QB in the league. And this isn't a paper rookie. This is the Chrome. Have already, the last one sold for $750 as we're coming into the season. Interest in football is coming back. Seahawks have a new coordinator from the Rams. And so I feel like the offense could really go off with DK and Lockett catching passes from RW. And so this is already up 35%. I'm up $200 on this within, less than 2 months, which is pretty good, but I'm not going to sell it. This is it's a PC card. We're out here in Seattle. This is something that I was just glad to pick this up for my PC at a good value, and I'm happy to be up 35% on this bad boy already. So feel great about that. Was really trying to buy stuff with the cards dipping. The market was probably down 30-40% across the board, and then trying to pick out players that I really like for the long term and getting good values on them. Another guy that I like over the long term, oh man, Stephen Curry, 2009 Topps, iconic rookie, PSA 9. There's not a lot of rookie cards of him in his pro uni because he wasn't a highly touted prospect out of Davidson. This is the rookie that you want. I wasn't going to quite step up to pay for a 10, but these had dipped so much, just ridiculously, all the way down to, I paid $2,000 for this. These were, these were more than twice that at the peak at a PSA 9. So happy to pick up a GOAT player, multiple MVPs, multiple NBA championships, especially coming into next year where people are excited about the Warriors. I'm excited about the Warriors. Klay Thompson should be back. They still have Draymond. Steph Curry played like an MVP in the second half of last year. They have a good chance to make a run in the playoffs. And he's still got a couple years, several good years left in him. And he's going to be a GOAT player, going down as the best or one of the best all-time three-point shooters just an amazing player to watch. Need to see him in person sometime in the next few years. One of my favorite players, and happy to pick this up at a discount. They're already going for the last few comps, are anywhere from 2,100 to 2,600. So feeling pretty good about this. I'm calling it, 10 to 20% gain already on this. I purchased this back in on July 21st for $2,000. So this is just an iconic card I've always been after. So really, really excited about that. These are two of my favorite players in either sport. So excited about those. This one's a little more speculative. This is Ronald Acuna Jr. Topps Chrome rookie, pink refractor, PSA 10. Mike on the mic got me excited about Acuna. He is a super exciting player. Obviously, I bought this after he tore his ACL, trying to get a little value. He was looking like an MVP prior to the injury. Bought this on July 25th for $457. Barely any of these have sold because since then, really only one has sold since then at $435. So a little, $22 less than what I paid. This is basically, people don't want to sell. They're not willing to sell his cards at a discount because of how well he was playing, and they know that when he comes back next year uninjured, he's going to be just as good as he was, most likely, given the recovery rate for ACLs these days. So no real, it's kind of flat right now, but I think when he comes back and starts playing at the level that he was, this is going to go up. So I wanted a share of Acuna, and I think this is a pretty cool looking card too. So I'm happy about that. This one I'm super, super excited about. Wander Franco, PSA 10, Bowman first, Bowman Chrome, green shimmer, numbered to 99, 20 out of 99. I purchased this back on August 1st. Wander Franco's shares, I got it for $1,200. His shares had dipped ridiculously because he got off to a moderately slow start when he came up into the league. I had been looking to get shares of this guy. He is, when you're looking at prospects, you can look at their ratings on Fangraphs, and his hit score was generationally good. It was several standard deviations above even the number 2 or 3 prospects. So he is a generational type talent. The last player with a hit score as good as his was Vlad Guerrero, and we see how that's going. And so when I see that kind of score and I see dips in a player's prices, I'm willing to bet on that. And it's already paying off. So since I bought this in August, his August was ridiculous. He's setting, I think it's a rookie record for getting on base in consecutive games. I think he's over 25 now, 26, 27. He is a machine. And unsurprisingly, his cards have gone up 25% since I bought this. And I wasn't betting that he's just going to have a short-term reversion. Even if he had a bad year, I bet over a career he's going to do really, really well, given the type of talent he is. But his cards have already bounced about 25% since I bought this. Not a lot of these exist, these numbered refractors, so you don't see a lot of transactions. So it's hard to say how much it's gone up, but I would say his Bowman Chrome first auto was selling for about $2,300 when I bought this, and now they're going for close to $3,000. So that can give you a good sense for the percentage increase in Franco's shares since I bought this. But not planning on selling this. I think he's going to be generationally good, something I'm going to hold on to for quite some time, and excited to pick it up at a discount. They don't always work out that well, but this one happened to. So happy, excited about that. You want to bet? I'm betting on talent. I don't bet on short-term swings. And here we have another monster, Fernando Tatis, Bowman first auto. This is the auto you want on card. His auto is so cool with the Tatis. I honestly don't know why he's got the last name first. I'm not sure how that works exactly, but this is a Bowman, a BGS 95 Gem Plus 210s, 295s. Picked this up. Thought it was a pretty good price, $33.50 back on August 6th. Of course, that was he was had just come back from a shoulder injury or somewhere around there, and he already had hit 2 home runs. So I was trying to buy a little bit of an injury dip. People are starting to think maybe long term he's not going to work out because of the shoulder. but his shares really haven't gone down given, I mean, he's just a dynamic talent and dynamic personality. He's the type of guy, I think he's on the cover of MLB The Show. He's the type of guy who will be the face of the league if he can keep playing as well as he does because of his personality. He's a good-looking guy too. I'm comfortable enough in my sexuality to admit that. So Fernando Tatis, awesome guy. Interestingly, even though he's been on a slump, there's a couple of games on primetime where he's playing the Dodgers. Interestingly, his shares, and he was playing horribly. He was like 0 for 3, 0 for 4. His shares have gone up since I bought this August 6th. The last comp, a Gem Mint Plus, I was surprised to see this went for $42.50. And I'm pulling it up now. So that was August 31st, $42.50. Yeah, BGS 9.5 True Gem. And that's surprising because a non-True Gem went for $32.85 before that. So I think that might have been an auction that got a little bit out of hand. So I'm not willing to say that I'm really up $900 on this already, but I am happy to buy the auto of the potential face of the league at what I think is a pretty reasonable price. So this is one that I'm going to be holding. I love this guy. Let's see, what else do I have here? I've got another investment piece. So this is a select silver field level prism of Tua at an SGC 10. Tua is one of my favorite players. He hasn't been playing that well in the pros so far, but all signs point to him playing a lot better this year. Now he's got a full preseason in him. He's got an offensive scheme that is dictated more towards his talents and not Fitzpatrick's talents. And he's got Jalen Waddle, his old buddy from Alabama, catching passes from him, who already looks really good. So I think to me, this was an absolute steal. SGC 10, PSA 10 comparable at $275 for a field level silver. These are pretty rare. Love these field levels. The big chase for me, this is probably my favorite base rookie is the field level select. I like it better than a prism. I like it better than an optic. Then you get the silver parallel on top of that at $275. Give you a reference point. Herbert's SGC 10s are selling for about $1,200, so $275 for a Tua. Obviously, he hasn't played as well as Herbert. Might not have quite the upside that Herbert does, but certainly what I view as a good value. And going in up right next to that, I picked up this Jordan Love SGC 10 silver field level. I don't think this was as good of a value. I picked this up for Jordan Love $215. So I think $215 for Jordan Love relative to $275 for Tua, that's too much. There's just not that many of these on eBay, so I just wanted a share, so I picked it up. I think really it should be more relative to Tua. It should probably be about half. He hasn't looked good in the preseason. He's not going to play for at least a year until Rodgers is gone, but I did want a share of him because, I mean, he's the Packers' potential starter. He's had a couple years of train under Rodgers, and he's certainly a physical specimen. Not the most accurate guy, not the best decision maker, but those are things that hopefully, you bet that he can. I'm willing to make a $200 bet that maybe he turns it around. And I love these field levels, so I'm starting to build a set here. I also bought the Burrow recently, which I'll show you guys in another video. Yeah, love these select silver prism field levels. And to give you a sense, a PSA 10 of these is going for at least twice what the SGC 10 goes for. So happy to pick up, just make these smaller investment pieces. I'd rather spend less than what the PSA 10 will cost me. And then finally, I grabbed this for the PC, Kyle Lewis, Rookie of the Year last year for the Mariners, Gem Mint 9.5, True Gem Plus 395s, and a 10. These are going for pennies, especially relative to what they were going for when he was Rookie of the Year. Certainly not the talent. Doesn't have quite the upside that not even close to the upside that a Wander Franco has. And frankly, I wouldn't have bought this if he wasn't a Mariner, and I wouldn't suggest anyone else to really be buying these. But I couldn't resist. I mean, it's just super cheap for the Bowman Chrome first, the auto on card of him in the Mariners jersey. I picked this up for $150. So happy about that. Happy to have it in the PC. He tore his MCL. So that's partly why these are going for so cheap. Hasn't played all year. Trying to get back. He had another setback, knee soreness. So I don't know when we're going to see him, if at all, this year. But happy to have that in the PC. And honestly, feeling great about these purchases. I think part of it is the market has gone up. I bought these at a nice dip, and the market has gone up. But also, I think I've kind of bought the right players for now, at least. Not all of these are going to work out, and obviously. Some of them haven't worked out. Like I bought this Danny Dimes for I think $600, and it's already down in the 4s or 500s. So they don't all work out, but so far I think we're doing pretty well. And I'm just excited to be making videos again and hopefully building the community. And there's a big Seattle show coming up in the next couple weeks. We'll have a table there. Gibby, myself, and Mike on the mic. We're going to be having selling a ton of cards, hopefully buying some cards as well, doing some trades. So hopefully see some of you guys at the show in Seattle. Hopefully if you're not subscribed to the channel, you will, and you can watch us rip a bunch, just a ridiculous amount of cards this year, in addition to providing additional investment advice and things like that. So with that, it was good to see you guys again. This is Curtis Miso signing off.